Trump's threats, Musk now says his company SpaceX will decommission the spacecraft that the U.S. uses to shuttle people to the International Space Station. It's worth remembering also that Elon Musk's Starlink system has been used to provide internet in war-torn Ukraine. For better or worse, I would argue definitely for worse, the U.S. government has become reliant on Musk companies for some pretty important functions. And abruptly cutting off access to those things would have huge implications for both the United States and even the broader world. The alliance of Trump and Musk did huge damage to the U.S. government. There's no question about that. We will keep talking about that. But their breakup could do huge damage as well. I mean, remember Trump gave Musk the keys to the kingdom, both figuratively and literally with that weird gold key. And even as Tesla stock gets crushed, we're still processing the many ways that Musk's vast business empire has enmeshed itself in the federal government.
The drama between Donald Trump and Elon Musk keeps getting more intense. And honestly, it's been really entertaining. Ever since Trump said he might take away Elon's government contracts, things have gone off the rails. Elon has been lashing out, even bringing up Trump's ties to Jeffrey Epstein, and now he's made another shocking threat. This new threat caused Trump to have a meltdown during a phone call that was just leaked. We're going to break it all down. But before we do, please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps and means a lot. Before we dive into Trump's angry phone call, let's first look at Elon's latest threat, which Jen Psaki recently explained.
A new report from Democracy Defenders Fund that we're bringing to you again exclusively tonight details how billions in federal contracts have flowed to Musk's company SpaceX during his time in government. The report also shows how Starlink's fortunes have surged thanks to new rules allowing the State Department to promote it overseas, something we have also talked about quite a bit on this show as well. It also details how regulatory scrutiny into Musk companies basically evaporated, as cases involving Tesla, Neuralink, and other Musk ventures were delayed or dropped. That's definitely a help if you're the owner of the companies. And they describe how his social media company X has seen revenue rebound amid growing federal reliance on the platform. Of course they have. Of course, when it comes to these huge conflicts of interest, the White House has insisted the president abided by the law. Of course they insist that, saying Musk would have excused himself from overseeing anything that posed a conflict. But now we have this kind of volcanic breakup between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And one of the big questions now is, what will that breakup mean for Musk's businesses? And more importantly, what could it mean for the U.S. government and for the American people?
Nicole Wallace summed it up perfectly yesterday when talking about what's going on between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. This situation just confirms what many people already believed. Elon Musk only cares about money and himself, and Donald Trump can be easily influenced if there's something in it for him. So it's no surprise that Trump is turning on Musk now that he's no longer useful to him, and that Musk is going after Trump because he's not getting the billions in government money he wants. It was only a matter of time before this happened. I'm just shocked it blew up this fast. Apparently, so was Dana Bash, who recently spoke with Trump and shared details from that call. She also mentioned a possible Trump-Musk phone call, though it doesn't seem likely. Now, let's take a look at what she reported.
Joining us now, someone who just got off the phone with the president. CNN chief political correspondent Dana Bash joins us now by phone. Dana, what did he tell you?
Good morning, John. Well, he said that he's, quote, well, here's exactly what he said. Quote, "I'm not even thinking about Elon. He's got a problem. The poor guy's got a problem." He said he won't be speaking to him for a while, but he said he wishes Elon Musk well. It was a short conversation. He didn't seem very exercised about it. And the interesting thing is, of course, the context of this is how many people who are in both men's orbits are trying to broker a peace deal, so to speak, and trying to get them to talk because of the concern about the fallout in so many directions. I mean, the blast radius from this fallout is really, really big and very wide. But right now he said he's not interested in that, and he's moving on. And in typical Donald Trump fashion, John, he, before I even asked the question, wanted to talk about what he wanted the storyline to be today, about the economy. He was talking about gas prices. He said he was waiting for the jobs numbers to come out, which I think is about 2 minutes from now. So as he has done his entire career, not just political, but since he was a businessman, trying to push out the narrative and push out the story that he thinks is the most advantageous for him, and he thinks that's the economy now. But of course, we did briefly talk about Elon Musk, and the headline is he says he has no plans to talk to him right now.
Yeah, just to reiterate, again, because the story overnight has been a whole slew of people working to tone things down and to de-escalate. And he's telling you, I don't want to talk to him right now. And then he also threw that elbow saying that, the poor guy's got a problem. So, if Elon Musk is waking up this morning, he might read that, I imagine, as a new insult.
He might. He also said, I won't be speaking to him for a while, I guess, but I wish him well. He wasn't exercised. He didn't sound angry. He sounded, I guess, more resigned to where their relationship is right now. But he obviously is very well aware of the impact that this is having. And that's why I found it interesting that even though he seemed to try to put a stop to any speculation or, as you were saying, the entreaties from so many people for the two of them to make up, he was still trying to kind of shape the narrative about what is coming out of the White House. It's not an easy thing to do right now because literally the entire world is focused on this remarkable feud between the president of the United States and Elon Musk.
I'm not trying to praise either Trump or Elon, but it's surprising that Elon seems to be in control of their feud right now. At the moment, he has the upper hand, especially in the eyes of the public and the MAGA movement. We've seen many MAGA figures speak out against him, but the truth is they still depend on him, especially because he controls X, formerly Twitter, which is a key platform for spreading their messages. Elon has started ignoring them, unfollowing MAGA influencers and refusing to engage with their posts, and that's a big hit to the MAGA media world, which relies on his platform and support. Elon even played a major role in spreading disinformation that helped Trump win in 2024. So this split between them is a huge problem for MAGA's media and funding, even though not many people are talking about it. As this feud continues, it just damages the entire MAGA movement, and honestly, it's satisfying to watch. That's why I'd actually be happy if Trump refuses to take Elon's calls or vice versa, because their fight only weakens their influence. It's especially important now because they were close to doing something very dangerous, working on a secret database with Palantir. Representative Jasmine Crockett exposed it, and it's terrifying, but barely anyone is paying attention. I'm glad she brought it to light.
When I left, we were talking about Elon. And so I want to make sure that we don't forget him. I know that some people want us to forget Elon and act like he never existed, but we're not going to do that. We are talking about AI today, and I can tell you what real people in my district care about. I had a few town halls, and I talked to some seniors, and they were concerned about their data and their information and how it was being used, and they wanted me to answer questions that I just didn't have the answers to about what has Elon done with their tax information, their Social Security information, their health information, banking information about their credit histories. And instead of demanding answers, Republicans just blocked our motion to subpoena him to testify before this committee. And I'd ask at this point for unanimous consent to enter into the record a picture of who all was in the room when we took the vote. Madam Chair?
No objection.
As well as, since our clerk was ready and she knew who was in the room, the actual record of who was in the room at that time.
No objection.
Thank you so much. 5 months into the 119th Congress, and no one from the administration or DOJ has appeared before this committee to explain why they're invading the privacy of Americans. And the irony of it all is during a 2023 hearing, I remember Chairman Comer stating that, quote, "We've witnessed big tech autocrats wield their unchecked power to promote their preferred political opinions. And now He and committee Republicans are here helping the world's richest man to do just that. They're letting him spy on companies competing for government grants, but worse, they're letting him spy on you, the American people. Look, we can all agree that incorporating emerging technologies like artificial intelligence into government operations can be effective. However, these technologies shouldn't be used to weaponize the government against the public.
This whole project originally started because of Elon Musk. One of his top people from Dogecoin was deeply involved. It's unclear if that person will stay on, especially since it looks like a lot of people might be getting fired soon. Maybe Big Balls is out. Maybe all the Dogecoin folks are leaving. Hopefully, this feud between Trump and Elon will stop the project from moving forward, because it's honestly really scary. It's wild that Republicans, who always talk about being against a police state, were completely okay with supporting something that clearly threatens our rights and privacy. I'm really glad Jasmine Crockett is speaking out about it. We should use this Trump-Elon feud to shine a light on serious issues that aren't getting enough attention. In some ways, their drama is distracting from everything else going wrong in Trump's administration. We'll keep calling them out. If you want to support the channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and if you stayed until the end, drop a blue heart in the comments. And until next time, I will see you soon.